Hello everyone and welcome back to Crystal Clear Tarot. Today we're exploring one of the most elegant and quietly powerful cards in the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, the Nine of Pentacles. At first glance, this card appears to be about wealth, luxury and material success. We see beautiful robes, a flourishing vineyard, golden pentacles and an atmosphere of peace and refinement. But like so many tarot cards, the Nine of Pentacles speaks on a much deeper level than money alone. This is a card about becoming the person who creates the abundance. It reminds us that true prosperity isn't simply about what we own, it's about what we've built, what we've overcome, and the confidence we've gained through patience, discipline, and experience. The Nine of Pentacles is the reward that comes after years and years of steady effort. It represents the quiet satisfaction of knowing you've earned the life that you're living. So let's take a closer look at the symbolism and discover what this beautiful card is really trying to teach us. The Nine of Pentacles signifies achievement, security, independence, and well-earned success. Unlike the Wheel of Fortune, this isn't a card of luck or sudden opportunity. Instead, it reflects the rewards that come from dedication, perseverance, and consistently making wise choices. One of the things I love most about this card is that it celebrates the quiet success rather than loud success. There is no parade, no competition, and no need to prove anything to anyone. Instead, there is simply peace. The Nine of Pentacles asks you an important question. Can you appreciate how far you've come? So often we're focused on the next goal that we rarely stop to acknowledge our progress. We climb one mountain only to immediately search for the next one. This card gently encourages you to pause, to look around and enjoy everything you've created. After all, what is success if you never allow yourself to experience it? The imagery within the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot is rich with symbolism. We see a beautifully dressed woman standing in a lush vineyard, surrounded by 9 golden pentacles. She appears calm, confident, and completely at ease. She isn't searching for something that she's missing. Instead, she stands in quiet appreciation of everything that she's cultivated. Her luxurious robes symbolize prosperity, confidence, and self-worth. They suggest that she has moved beyond mere survival and now has the freedom to enjoy the beauty, the creativity, and life's finer pleasures. And perhaps one of the most significant details is that she stands alone. This isn't a symbol of loneliness, but of self-sufficiency. Her happiness doesn't depend on someone else rescuing or validating her. She has become her own source of stability and security. And in many ways, she represents emotional maturity, just as much as financial independence. Behind her grows a flourishing vineyard, heavy with ripe grapes. Throughout history, vineyards have symbolized abundance, patience, and long-term investment. A vineyard cannot be created overnight. The vines must be planted, carefully nurtured, and tended to over many years before they produce fruit. So this perfectly reflects the energy of the Pentacle suit. Pentacles reward persistence rather than shortcuts. Every grape in the vineyard reminds us that extraordinary lives are built through countless ordinary decisions made consistently over time. The Nine of Pentacles surrounding the woman also carry an important message. They represent material success, but notice that she isn't clinging to them. They simply exist naturally around her. This suggests a healthy relationship with wealth. She possesses abundance without allowing abundance to possess her. The Nine of Pentacles teaches us that money is most valuable when it creates freedom, security, and peace of mind. And one of the most fascinating symbols in this card is the falcon resting on the woman's gloved hand. Throughout history, falcons have symbolized discipline, focus, intelligence, and mastery. Falconry requires years of patience and training, making it a fitting symbol for this card. The falcon reminds us that success isn't simply about talent, it's about self-control. The woman has learned to master herself before mastering her external world. Her greatest achievement isn't the vineyard itself, but the person she became while creating it. And if you look carefully near the bottom of the card, you'll also notice a small snail. Many readers overlook this detail, yet it's one of the most meaningful symbols in the entire image. The snail represents patience, persistence, and slow but steady progress. It reminds us that success rarely happens overnight. Consistency often achieves more than speed, and even small steps eventually lead to remarkable destinations. In numerology, the number 9 represents completion, fulfillment, wisdom, and spiritual maturity. It marks the end of one cycle before another begins. Within the Nine of Pentacles, this suggests that you've reached a stage where you can appreciate everything you've learned along the way. The challenges weren't meaningless, they shaped your character. The disappointments taught resilience. The setbacks built wisdom. Sometimes the greatest reward is not what we've achieved, but who we've become through the journey. One of the most important lessons within the Nine of Pentacles is understanding the difference between independence and isolation. Healthy independence means knowing that you can stand on your own while still allowing love, friendship, and support into your life. Isolation is different. It often develops after disappointment or betrayal, convincing us that needing nobody will just keep us safe. While self-reliance is empowering, this card reminds us that true strength doesn't require emotional walls. There is wisdom in recognizing that we don't have to carry every burden alone. In relationships, the Nine of Pentacles often represents someone who feels emotionally complete within themselves. Rather than searching for someone to complete them, they enter relationships already whole. This creates partnerships built on mutual respect instead of emotional dependency. If you're single, this card encourages you to embrace your independence and recognize your own worth before seeking validation through another person. If you're in a relationship, it encourages maintaining your individuality while continuing to grow together. Healthy love creates space for both connection and personal freedom. Financially, this is one of the most strongest cards in the deck. It often represents financial stability, career success, business growth, or reaching an important milestone after years of hard work. Yet even here, the card asks an important question. Now that you've reached this point, can you actually enjoy it? Many people spend years chasing success only to discover that they've forgotten how to relax. The Nine of Pentacles reminds us that abundance isn't measured solely by money. It's also measured by time, peace, freedom, good health, and the ability to appreciate life's simple pleasures. When the Nine of Pentacles appears reversed, its lessons become more internal. One interpretation could suggest that independence has become isolating. Perhaps you've become so accustomed to relying on yourself that allowing others in now feels uncomfortable. The card gently asks whether the walls you've built for protection have become barriers preventing meaningful connection. The reverse tarot card can also highlight a lack of gratitude. You may be so focused on what's still missing that you've lost sight of everything you've already achieved. Comparison has a way of stealing contentment. This card encourages you to reconnect with gratitude and recognize the abundance that already exists in your life. Financial insecurity may also be reflected here. Perhaps you're worried about your future, living beyond your means, or feeling uncertain about your stability. Rather than predicting hardship, the reverse Nine of Pentacles encourages you to reassess your resources and strengthen your foundations. As always, the surrounding cards will provide additional context. Ultimately, the Nine of Pentacles reminds us that true wealth is about balance. It's possible to have money, but no peace, or success without fulfillment. Real abundance comes from creating a life that feels secure, meaningful, and deeply satisfying. Perhaps the greatest lesson this card offers is this: become the kind of person who naturally creates abundance rather than chasing abundance itself. When you invest in your character, your wisdom, your skills, and your self-worth, prosperity often becomes the natural result. The richest life isn't necessarily the most extravagant. It's the one where you can stand quietly in the garden that you've created, look around with gratitude, and say to yourself, I built this. And that is one of the most rewarding feelings of all. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's deep dive into the Nine of Pentacles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. I'd also love to hear about your own experiences with this beautiful card, so let me know in the comments below. Until next time, take care of yourselves and trust your intuition. I'll see you in the next video.